Hi guys. I was almost done with this uh video and then my computer stopped working. So I have to refilm it. But I am here to film all the books I read in 2020. I stopped doing a I stopped doing like a wrap up every month because I just get so busy with either work or family stuff or other things that I just forget to do it. And every month it depends on how busy I am that I either read one book or read two books or just read three. So I just never think wrap up is good enough because I don't want to like just sit here and read three books and have this book video be like 2 minutes long. So I'm just going to get into it and because it was very long, so I don't want this book to be here forever. So a lot of these books I don't physically have. I got them all from the library. So I'm just going to tell you the names of them and the ratings and just go through this very quickly. The first one I read in January was Two Can Keep a Secret by Karen M. McManus. I gave it 4 stars. The second book I read in January was Zombies vs. Unicorns by Holly Black. I gave it 3 stars. The third one I read was Inside Out by Demi Moore. I gave it 4 stars. The next one I read was Inland by T.O. Britt. I gave that one 3 stars as well. The last one I read in January was Darkness to Light by Lamar Odom. I gave that one 3 stars as well. The first book I read in February was The Wedding Party by Jasmine Guillory. I gave that one 4 stars. That's the second book in the Wedding Date series, either the second or the third. I think it's the third in the Wedding Party series. I will tell you right now once I get it. It's the third. So, it's the third book in the Wedding Date series, excuse me. I gave it 4 stars. The next one I read was American Like Me by America Ferrera. I gave that one 5 stars. The next one I read was Joan Rivers Confidential by Melissa Rivers. I gave that one 5 stars. The next one is How Full Is Your Bucket by John Rath and Donald O. Clifton. I gave that one 4 stars, and that one I only read because it was recommended to me by my boss. The next one I read in February was The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody. I gave that one 3 stars as well. The next one was Young and Hungry by Gabby Moskowitz. I gave this one 5 stars. It was her cookbook, and there's a TV show, and the TV show Young and Hungry is based off this book, and I gave it 5 stars. It was half cookbook, half like biography, so that's why I should get rid of that pen. That's why I did it that way, but it was very interesting to say the least, and I really did like it. The next one in March, I'm up to March now. The first book I read in March was Homework by Julie Andrews. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. The second book was In the Land of Men by Adrienne Miller. I gave that one 4 stars. I really did enjoy that one. The next one was The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson. This is the second book in the Truly Devious series. I gave that one 3 stars. The next one was Pretty Guilty Women by Gina McLaman. I gave that one 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed that. That's a murder mystery that's really good. The fifth book I read was We Came Here to Forget by Andrea Dunlop. I gave that one 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. The next one was Dear Girls by Ali Wong. I gave that one 4 stars. The next one was Reach for the Sky by Sky Jackson, which I gave 5 stars. The first book I read in April was Been There, Married That by Gigi. I'm going to butcher her last name, and I apologize. Gigi Levin, and I gave that one 4 stars. The second book I read in April was Open Book by Jessica Simpson. I gave that one 5 stars. I love Jessica Simpson. I really, really enjoyed this. Enjoyed that one. The next one is If You Have to Cry, Go Outside by Kelly Cutrone. I gave that one 3 stars. Ghosts of the Past. This one is not really by these people, but it's Ghost of Our Past by Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy. I gave it 4 stars. In actuality, they didn't actually write the book. This is based off of the book that their characters from the remake of the movie Ghostbusters, their characters wrote the book, and their characters were Abigail Yates and Aaron Gilbert. They wrote the book, but it was a fake book to begin with, but I read so many articles saying people wanted to read it, so they turned it into a real book. So, in actuality, Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig have never written their own personal books. So this was pretty much the book from the movie that their characters wrote. The next one is Model Incorporated by Carol Alt. I gave that one 5 stars. The first book I read in May was Girl Walks Into a Bar by Rachel Dratch. I gave it 3 stars. The next one I read was Divergent by Veronica Roth. I gave that one 4 stars. The next one was This Year's Model by Carol Alt. I gave that one 5 stars as well. The first book I read in June was The Dare by Lauren Landish. I didn't give that one a rating. It was all over the place. I just did not like it, and I couldn't read it. I couldn't get through it. The other one I read in June was Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. I gave that one 3 stars. The first book I read in July was The Clifton Trenches by Andre Leon Talley. I gave that one 4 stars. The next book I read was Insurgent, the second book in the Divergent series by Veronica Roth. I gave that one 4 stars. The third one I read was The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kitt. I gave that one 3 stars. I just read 2 really quick Chris Colfer books. They're standalones in the Land of Story series. The first one was Mother Goose, The Mother Goose Diaries. I gave that one 5 stars. And then the other Chris Colfer book was Queen Red Riding Hood's Guide to Royalty, and I gave that one 5 stars. The last one was In Conclusion, Don't Worry About It by Lauren Graham. I gave that one 5 stars. The first one I read in August was The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. I gave that one 4 stars. The next one was Brunette Ambition by Leigh Michelle. I gave that one 5 stars. The only book I read in September was Summer Darlings by Brooke Lee Foster. I gave that one 5 stars. The first book I read in October was True Comfort by Kristen Cavallari. I gave that one 5 stars. It was her cookbook, so I just skimmed through it. The second one was another book my boss recommended to me was Radical Acceptance by Tara Brach. I gave that one 3 stars. My boss really enjoyed it, so he liked it more than I did, but I just gave it 3 stars. The next one I read was A Very Punchable Face by Colin Jost. I gave this one 5 stars. I loved his book so much. So if you're a fan of him, and if you're a fan of Saturday Night Live, and if you're a fan of him because of Saturday Night Live, I would recommend you go out and get it because I really enjoyed it. The next one was Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory. I also gave this one 4 stars. It's the third. It's another book in the Wedding Date series. The next one was the first book I read in November was The First Time by Colton Underwood. I could not give this book a rating. I really could not give this book a rating. I tried to read it twice on the audiobook. Honestly, like I said, I could not give this book a rating. The next one was I Really Needed This Today. Hindsight, by Justin Timberlake. I gave that one 5 stars. This Just Speaks to Me by Hoda Kotb. I gave that one 5 stars. I Really Needed This Today by Hoda Kotb. Again, I also gave that one 5 stars. Just a Little Crush by Tracy Bucket. I couldn't give this one a rating. The next one I already read it, but I reread it because in my books I want to reread in 2020, I guess like books I want to read during quarantine because I guess it still applies. I reread The Land of Stories by Chris Colfer. When I first read it, I gave 5 stars. I gave it 5 stars again, so the rating stayed the same. The Royal We by Heather Cox Cooks and Jessica Morgan. I gave that one 4 stars. I thought it was just okay. The second Land of Stories book by Chris Colfer, say the same. I gave it 5 stars. Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter by 50 Cent. I gave that one 4 stars. Then Again by Diane Keaton. I tried twice to read this. I could not do it. I really couldn't do it. And then the first book I read in December was The Paris Hour by Alex George. I gave that one 3 stars. The next one I read was Lies That Chelsea Handler Told Me by Chelsea Handler, amongst other people. I gave that one 3 stars. The Land of Stories, book 3, I gave that one 5 stars. Hollywood by Keegan Allen, I gave that one 5 stars. I just flipped through it. It's just his book that he wrote. You Belong by Rachel Platten, I gave that one 5 stars. It's her children's book. I just skimmed through it because I like Rachel Platten. Life, Love, and Beauty by Keegan Allen, his second book, so I give that one 5 stars as well. And the next one I read was Lessons from Madam Chic by Jennifer L. Scott. I gave this one 3 stars. I thought it was okay. The next one I have is that I have because I just finished it. I finished it, but I forgot to bring it back to the library, so I still have it. So I have to bring it back. Is Shorefall by Robert Jackson Bennett. This is the second book in the Foundry in the Foundry Side series. I thought I gave it 3 stars. I honestly just thought this book was okay. And the last one I read in December was I Tried to Change So You Don't Have to by Lonnie Love. I gave that one 5 stars. I read her first one, Love Him or Leave Him and Don't Get Caught with the Tab, years ago, and I think I gave it 3 stars. It was okay. This one is more of her biography, and I really enjoyed it. I read the audiobook. I listened to the audiobook, I should say, and I really enjoyed it. So, yeah. Alrighty, I was able to get through this quicker now. So those were all the books I read in 2020. Those were all the books I read in 2020. I hope you enjoyed this video. I should have a book haul soon. Maybe. I'm hoping. So, I just bought 2 books. So, I'm going to probably I just bought a couple books, and I'm still waiting for a couple more. So, once I get all of them, I will do a book haul. So, thank you for watching. If you like this, look out for more. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon, and I will have another video up soon.